Many men in this generation find it challenging to maintain their masculinity, and it's partly because feminine traits are more celebrated in today's world. However, there are still alpha males who fully embrace their masculinity, and they're often very outstanding as high-value men anywhere they go. Do you want to become a high-value man too? Well, what if I told you that there are specific masculine characteristics that can stand you out from other men out there? Luckily, I will teach you some of these traits in this video. Stick around until the end, as number 1 may change your life. Number 10. They're confident. The first quality that often tells high-value men apart is their self-confidence. High-value men are always confident in themselves, so instead of cowering behind a borrowed personality, they embrace their masculinity and who they often are as individuals. They don't second-guess themselves and often stick to their choices and decisions. This is very much unlike low-value men who are never confident in their decisions. If you want to become a high-value man, one of the first things to work on is self-confidence. It entails knowing what you want and believing in your abilities to get it. Other people often admire this trait, and it will fetch you the respect you deserve. Number 9. They are goal-driven. Another telling difference between high-value and mediocre guys is that high-value men are goal-driven and purposeful. This means they're often focused on achieving what they want by working diligently to complete tasks. They never just sit and laze around like low-value men. Instead, they set targets for themselves and use these targets as a means to stay motivated. Being goal-driven is one trait you must adapt to become a high-value man. However, it entails setting clear, achievable goals and consistently working towards them. Also, note that you must be able to challenge yourself with your goals so you don't become complacent. Number 8. They write down their goals and record their progress. Sometimes it's not enough to set goals or talk about things you want to achieve. You also need to write them down as constant reminders of what you have set out to accomplish. This process is called journaling, and it's part of the things that make a high-value man. Journaling ideally helps you remember your goals both in the short and long run, but then it goes beyond serving as a reminder alone. It also helps to narrow down your focus on what it is, so you can avoid getting distracted from what's not. Additionally, written goals help trigger your creativity and open your eyes to more problem-solving techniques. By the way, remember to subscribe to this channel to become eligible for more tips to become an alpha male. Number 7. They are disciplined. Self-discipline is a key trait found in high-value men, and it's one that you must cultivate if you wish to join this category. Self-discipline is the ability to stay true to yourself without making unnecessary compromises. It often entails overcoming physical and emotional setbacks and staying on track to achieve your goals. If you can master the art of self-discipline, only then can you really be in control of yourself. To do this, you must set standards for yourself and ensure you stick to them regardless of internal or external pressure. Number 6. They do not procrastinate. This is indeed a no-brainer because the habit of procrastination automatically makes you a low-value man. Procrastination means putting off until tomorrow what can be done today, and it's one of the biggest enemies of growth. It's a force that prevents you from completing a task you set out to accomplish by encouraging you to do it later instead of now. High-value men know the danger of succumbing to procrastination, so they're often alert to ensure they complete tasks promptly. To become a high-value man, you must learn to act now and avoid leaving tasks until later. Do you often struggle with procrastination and find it difficult to complete tasks promptly? Well, there are many places you can get help, but I recommend onlinetherapy.com. The experts here are well trained to help you deal with this problem and become a better version of yourself. Number 5. They're self-aware. Self-awareness is another critical quality of high-value men, which is often lacking in their low-value counterparts. It's the ability to focus on yourself and your individuality, and it entails trying to always be the best version of yourself. Self-awareness also involves appearing the best you can most times. Indeed, high-value men know this, and that's why they often exercise their bodies and stay nourished by eating healthy. Low-value men, on the other hand, pay only a little or no attention to themselves, and the outcome is often visible. So to become a high-value man, you must be deliberate about your looks, always appearing clean, healthy, and well-groomed. This shows that you can take care of yourself, and it attracts respect from others. Number 4. They are calm and collected. Keeping a level head in the face of challenges is an essential quality that is often hard to come by. However, being a high-value man requires that you develop this quality. Of course, you must have noticed how high-value men are hardly ever fazed or allow anxiety to get the better of them, even in critical situations. Well, this is because they are self-controlled and cool-headed, so they often think things through before they act. Low-value men are not like this and tend to often lose their cool easily. But then, if you want to be identified as a high-value individual, you must always remain calm and collected. So, have you ever lost your cool in a critical condition? Please tell us how it turned out and how it made you feel in the comments section below. Number 3. They are not quitters. High-value men always see things through to the end, and it's one of their defining qualities. They are not quitters, so they're always focused on ensuring they finish every task they start. These men are unlike other people who make excuses and give up as soon as they encounter any little challenge. Instead, they see challenges as a motivation to put in more effort, which always works out for them. Surely, you must also adopt this never say never attitude to be anything like a high-value man. Number 2. They take responsibility for their actions. High-value men are known to always make the right decisions. However, nobody is above making mistakes. And as unlikely as it may sound, high-value men do make mistakes too. But then, they're not scared to take responsibility for their decisions and actions. Unlike low-value men that often try to shift blame and make excuses for their failures, high-value men never shy away from taking the blame for their mistakes. This is why they often take responsibility for their actions and learn from their mistakes. Number 1. They know how to receive criticism. As humans, we're liable to get criticized for our actions and inactions from time to time. After all, you can't please everyone, no matter how hard you try. Thankfully, high-value men know this, so they don't even waste time trying to please others. They just do what is right for them and don't really take criticism personally. After all, the fact that they do not care much about other people's opinions about them is what keeps destructive criticisms from getting to them. On the other hand, low-value men are often affected by criticisms. And this is because they spend their entire life trying to please others or gain approval. So whenever they receive any negative feedback, it tends to hurt them deeply. It is important to note that while high-value men are confident in their decisions, they're not arrogant and will often take corrections when necessary. However, they never let negative comments get to them or put them off their game, and it's one of their most admirable qualities. Therefore, to become a high-value man, you must learn to accept constructive criticism and ignore the destructive ones. Click on this next video now to discover more tips to help you become the best version of yourself.